Right, this video is going to look at sampling for, it will come up in one form or another in paper 4, based on your hypothetical case study you're going to be given, whether it's coast, rivers, a population survey, a questionnaire. There will ask you to describe a sampling technique or justify why the sample you're given has chosen a sampling technique. Now, again, Geohacks video on this is much better than I can do. I'm doing this just to show willing that I'm here to support you. But your 7 Geohacks videos are the holy grail to getting 100% on paper 4. Okay, 50% of the knowledge is geographical knowledge. If you're going to get a coast case study, you'll need to know all your coastal details: longshore, drift, abrasion, attrition, spits, bars. If it's rivers, meanders, erosion, upper, middle, lower courses, waterfalls, you're going to need to know all of that background knowledge. You need to go into a hypothetical study. Okay. Same for migration. It could be migration. Why do people migrate? Push and pull factors. Then it'll be a questionnaire for migrants, example. Okay. I'm just sharing screen here to show additional support. But really, with a little bit of application, paper 4 is very achievable. Okay. For all of you. There are 3 sampling types. You can do point sampling, as seen here, where you take an observation or a measurement at an exact location. Okay. You can do line sampling, where you follow a transect or a line. You could then do points along that line. Okay. So, and then quadrat sampling, usually related to vegetation, or it could actually be types of species on a shoreline, or we're not doing that, or beach type materials. But again, you've got point, line, or quadrat type sampling. Your sampling, there's 3 methods. One is random, one is stratified, one is systematic. We've done this in class 3 times and on our field trip. Okay. There are pros and cons of each of these, and when you're planning a field study, you are working out which one would be best for you, okay, and then justifying that. For paper 4, you will be given somebody else's study. You will ask to be explained what is random sampling or what is systematic sampling. Or you will ask to say, why do you think that these people chose line sampling? Or why do you think they chose systematic sampling? And you will have to discuss the merits of that particular sampling method and why it was chosen. Okay. Be an expert on this. It's coming up. It's going to be 3 or 4 point question. Okay. So let's take a look at random sampling. So everyone has an equal chance of being selected because it's random. Okay. Now, it's important that you know that you can get random sampling apps. Okay. You can download data that gives you random numbers, for example, and you could say, right, random, and it will say, right, 10. And that means you ask the 10th person that walks past. Then it will say seventh, then the 7th. So you can use that sort of computer generated for random. So it is truly random. You can see from this graphic that's looking at human geography. Maybe it's a questionnaire or a survey, and it's just random the people you get. Okay. In physical geography, environmental geography, you could just be throwing the quadrat every now and again, see where it lands, recording the species. Okay. Or taking a measurement every now and again. Okay. Same applies. It's all random. Okay. There are situations where you might decide that that's best. Systematic sampling is when you're very mathematical about when and how you're going to do the sampling. The human geography questionnaire surveys, you might say, as they've done here, we're going to ask every 5th person or every 10th person that walks past, we're just going to stop them. And that's going to be, and whoever it is the 10th person. Then it's the 20th, 30th. Yeah. Now, again, in environmental geography, it could be we'll take a measurement every 5 meters. Okay. Going up a transect, up a beach, for example, we're going to do the clinometer every 5 meters with the ranging poles until we get from the bottom of the beach to the top of the beach. Why did we choose that? Because, okay. And the final one is stratified. Now, you divide your sampling into key groups, okay. So you could say, right, instead of just doing one section of coastline for a transect with the clinometer, you're going to do 10 in this area, you're going to move half a kilometre, do another 10, and you're going to move another half kilometre to do another 10. So you've sampled 3 distinct sites to make sure you can see any observable patterns or differences, and then you can draw conclusions from that data. Okay, the graph in front of us is for human geography. And what they've decided to do is they just ask random people or every 10th person with systematic, they want to make sure they get the opinions of all groups. So clearly they've making sure that they've asking the same questions of disabled people, parents. I don't know what this actually means, athletic people, but you could say, if you want to do stratified sampling, you could say in your questionnaire or survey that you ask 20 women, 20 men, and 20 young people. Okay. Or you could ask young people, middle-aged people, old people at distinct set numbers. So you're getting a very stratified sample. So you're getting all the representative groups, okay? Now, why this is important that you understand and can justify the names of this different type of sampling is that you will, as I said, be asked, describe the merits of random sampling, or what is random sampling, or why did in this case study, so say it's a beach transect, as we're measuring up a beach, we've got a line that goes 50 meters, and you're going to take, with the kilometer and the ranging poles, an angle every 5 meters. Why did you choose that to do a beach profile? What's the benefits, Okay, now you will apply these. They will give you these. It's been done, but you will just have to describe them or say why they've chosen it. Okay, very important. Geohacks video's explanation is much better than mine. Paper 4 is incredibly doable if you give it 4 hours today. Okay.